What's up, y'all? It's Worm, fearless leader of the Ringworms, and I have yet another party story for you. This is not part two of finally a good weekend, I think is what I called it. I'm still trying to get a time where me and... Oh, crap, I don't even know if she has a gamer tag. Okay, girly gamer tag. Pet Egg. That's her name now. Still trying to get with Pet Egg, and I think we're gonna try to do it either Saturday or Sunday, depending on her work schedule. So this one is completely different. This is I don't know. It's weird. It's like as soon as I'm single, like everyone wants to go out and do stuff, like they feel sorry for me or something. It's like, well, what if I just want to sit at the house by myself with a beer and a game controller in my hand? I mean, seriously. But anyway, so. Friend of mine was graduated from college, so she was having her parents were throwing her a little party, a bunch of like family friends and stuff, and I didn't know about it, and then someone sent me a text saying, hey, you gonna come tonight? I was like, okay, I guess, it's right down the road from the house. So I get all dressed up for me, at least. I'm wearing a collared shirt, so, and I show up, and the first people I encounter is there's like a couple guys that look roughly around my age, maybe a little younger, and then an old guy, and he's like, I'm horrible with ages, but I'm gonna guess he is like late 50s, and they were getting into a car, and they were like blatantly just stoned out of their minds, and I was like, is everyone around back? Or they're like, oh yeah, dude, we're just going to get some ice. Okay, I didn't need the explanation, but whatever. So I go around back, and there's a bunch of people on the deck. They're all older, which is fine, not a big deal. To be expected at someone's parents' party. And I walk inside, and there is my friend and the other girl that texted me about coming that night. And they're the only two people that I know there. Off to a good start. So, it's just normal, typical party. Nothing weird going on. Just, a bunch of parents hanging out and a bunch of people I don't know. So I'm getting introduced to a bunch of people, and I am horrible with names. So I immediately forgot everyone's name. But so as we're going on throughout the night, I had to go out to my truck for something, and come back around the backyard, and there's that same group of younger guys and then that old dude, and they were like right around the corner from the deck smoking a joint, and I'm like, God, I don't know, this is just weird. I was not, normally when you go to someone's parents' house, that kind of shit isn't going on. I mean, I have no problem with it, it's whatever, but so that was kind of odd. And a little while after that, the drinks are starting to flow pretty good. And I mean, I didn't know if I was, like, what the deal was, because I'd never been here before. So I just brought a six-pack and just kind of hanging out. And some of these people are just getting fucking plastered, dude. I mean, just straight up plastered. And it's crazy. Old people drunk is hilarious, as long as it's, like, not your house. But, so all of a sudden the guitars start coming out. I live in Tennessee, so obviously a lot of people play guitar, a lot of people want to be singers, that kind of crap. And we're all in the dining room, and there's two guys, and they're playing guitar and singing stuff. One of them's singing like his own stuff and throwing in a cover every once in a while, and they're pretty good. And then I don't remember what happened, but he stopped playing, and he was like, well, what do y'all want to hear? What covers? I don't know that many. And I think it was one of the high guys, is like, play some CeeLo Green, man. And, everyone laughs. And then all of a sudden he starts, playing on his guitar, just strumming along. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I see you driving round town with the girl out. And it was like, what, really? Really? Is this happening right now? I mean, dude's like, they're like late 50s, and it's, how do you know that? Really? You listen to Top 40? That's weird, but okay. So that happened, and then a little while later, a lot of people are leaving, and I'm out of beer, so I'm starting to rummage through the beer that they had. I didn't know that they had a bunch of beer there, but I start rummaging around. I find some PBR and stuff, so drinking that, and then my buddy and his girlfriend and another friend of mine, or his fiance and another friend of mine, were at a wedding, and they got done with that and figured they'd come over. So they're calling us to try to figure out how to get there, and they are drunker than shit. I mean, it's horrible. They show up, and this other lady that was there was just completely hammered, so I was avoiding her like the plague. So now we got all these drunk people, like, now they're all like roughly around my age, and then this one older lady, and they were just so fucking drunk, it's ridiculous. And the kid that brought my buddy and his fiance was there, and I'm not a huge fan of this guy. I mean, he aggravates me. I don't really like him. And I mean, I'm not gonna start a fight with him or just be mean for no reason to him, but I'm just not a huge fan of him. And so he comes up and he's like, yeah, man, sorry to hear about you and Lindsay. And it's like, dude, I mean, really? Why do you need to bring that shit up? We're at a party. I mean, really? I know we don't have much to talk about, but I mean, just come up with something else to talk about. And what's even more awkward about that is I've threatened to kick his ass several times when we've been out drinking and whatnot at parties and stuff because of shit that he's said to her. Like, just being obviously like hitting on her and stuff. And it's funny because he has absolutely no chance. But anyway, that's kind of important. But so this one lady is like so drunk at this point that everyone is just kind of like trying to stay away from her. And at one point, like, she comes in and she's rooting around trying to find cards or something, and just totally dumps a Coke, like a 20-ounce Coke on the floor, and then just looks at it and expects someone else to pick it up. It's like, okay, well, I guess we'll find the paper towels. You just go back to trying to convince people to play flip cup. So the guy that I'm not a fan of, he leaves, and it's like, it's getting really late. I mean, it's like almost 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm pretty tired. I'm thinking about trying to make my exit. And so we're hanging out, drinking and stuff, and then he comes back in. He's been gone for like 15 minutes. He's all like, kind of downtrodden. His head's down. He's kind of shuffling in. And he's like, hey Warren, can I talk to you? I'm like, oh, God, what? Really? Because immediately, my mind went, he's going to ask if it's cool if he tries to date Lindsay. Fine, go for it, dude. It's not going to work, but whatever. I told her about it, and she was like, oh, my God, I hope he doesn't, because that would be horrible. But yeah, he didn't. What he did was back out of the driveway and right into the side of my fucking truck. Here's a picture of it. Nice, right? Well, I ended up taking it up to where Lindsay's a receptionist at a body shop. So I took it up there, and it's $1,744.61 worth of damage. Yeah. So, what do you think? Do I fix the truck? I've had it 10 years now, and I'm kind of thinking about getting a new one at some point, 4-wheel drive. So do I fix it, or just pocket the cash? Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all later.